Hey there, so this is CJ Miller. I'm in my apartment in Shreveport, Louisiana. I am in need of a shave. The elevator is, they're out in my building, like all of them. The two, you know, elevators, and then there's a freight elevator that's out also. And I just don't feel like walking all the way down the stairs to go uh, get some razors. I just, um, because there's a corner store but it's like ugh, I mean I live on 8, and so yeah, but also it wouldn't hurt me to make a run to the store. I'll probably go up there later. I'm getting a little bit more grungy even for my taste, so I probably will. Okay, so this is going to be something that I want to talk about. Now, this is I tend to not do politics, and I don't mean to talk politics, and I don't want to politicize this. Um, we have I just have some thoughts on this. I have some thoughts that if an American is in another country and you break the law in another country, even if it's a country that we're at odds with, that our policies don't sync up, if you go to another jurisdiction and you break the law of the jurisdiction that you're in, if that's when you go to another country, you are under that jurisdiction. That's why I don't travel out of the U.S. Uh, uh, but seriously, I mean, you cannot, like, there's this NBA star who's in Russia for being in possession of drugs, which they are legal here now, recently, but it's not legal in Russia. And so uh, I just when you go to another country, you are subject to that other country's laws. There's a what was it, that movie? Not Without My Daughter, and it was based on a true story. The Sally Field character was based on a true story, where she was married to someone, and then she went to a Middle Eastern country, and of course her husband, who was a doctor, and she married him, and then had a daughter, and they went to visit, and it was supposed to be for a visit, and as soon as I got there, he was like, "We're not going back," and then yeah. And it's an interesting movie, but the fact is that there was very little that could be done because she was in a whole other jurisdiction, and you know, uh, it's heartbreaking. If I break the law um, here in the United States, in one state, uh, I'm under that state's jurisdiction, and it may be different. So I don't know, it's weird. It's if you're in a jurisdiction, even if you're not a resident of that jurisdiction, but you break the law of the jurisdiction that you're in, you are answerable to that jurisdiction, even if your residency is elsewhere, and you're traveling or you're passing through, and that is whether it's here in the United States or whether you're traveling outside of the United States. And there are certain exceptions where we give people diplomatic immunity, but the reason why we do that is because if people are visiting and they have political immunity and everything, it may just be that they don't know. That's to protect people from accidental violation of laws that they may not be aware of due to differences in customs. What may be okay there, such as, I don't know, but that's not okay here in the U.S. And it works both ways. But in with the lack of that diplomatic immunity, if you're traveling in another country, and like I said, not to make it political, but if you're traveling in another country and you're under that jurisdiction, and not every country, even in a more developed country, not every country has adopted the innocent until proven guilty model, which that we have here, sort of, because we really sort of don't have that. We say that, but the presumption is you may be presumed innocent, but bruh, if you go to court, you're treated like you were guilty as hell. I know because I did go to court and I was presumed guilty as hell. And of course I was guilty. So, but so it worked out that way, you know. But yeah. Anyway, uh, without politics, without making political issue of it, um, but you think about that when someone comes over to our country or they're visiting our state or that jurisdiction, we want them to be able to obey our laws and our rules. And the same should be expected of us, you know? So, thoughts, opinions, or views, welcome to share. Maybe we can, you know, talk about how we can compassionately uh, take care of low level crimes, you know, that basically, uh, you know, are non-issues here, but maybe they're issues elsewhere in the United States. You know, um, it's just gotta obey those, which is a good thing because there are some countries that you can go to, and you can marry, you know, a girl when she's 9 years old. I mean, that was the issue with this movie. Not without my daughter. That's the name of it. But I don't know if that's I don't know if that's changed or not. It's one of the Islamic countries or whatever. But yeah, and it's like that's certainly something that we don't do here. So you know, uh, not not trying to press buttons or anything like that, but it's just there are cultural differences that affects laws and everything like that. And for better or for worse, when you're in another land, you are subject to the laws of that land. And if you're a devout Christian, and I am not, but devout for sure. But you know, there's you know, it's all throughout the New Testament and the Gospels and everything like that. But even going forward into Acts and Romans and everything like that, that if you do abide by the law of the land, you know, and so and that's more of a peacekeeping thing. It's less of a morality thing, and it's more of a peacekeeping thing. Um, so my thing is, if I were if I were uh, using cannabis and stuff like that, and if I were in another country and I was using the cannabis, but I'm going to travel back to my country, do I really need to pack the cannabis in my damn suitcase and go to the airport? And I mean, what are the? I mean, so I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. I really don't know. But so, by the way, if you use some stuff and then you're traveling, use your CBD, and then if you have some overflow or something that you didn't use, you know, leave it behind. Don't take it to the airport. Don't take, you know what I mean? Like if you're going through customs and stuff like that, don't try. Like if I'm coming back from, um, I don't know, Brazil, I'm not gonna bring like undeclared purchases through customs at all. You know, um, there's lots of good reasons for that. You know.